Hi everyone, it's Cynthia Robertson, and the year's almost over. Can you believe it? Here we are. This is going to be the December subscription box. And I decided this time maybe do a blue heron head. I've done so many blue herons lately that I just love them, and they've been in big requests. So this might be a really great Christmas gift for you to give to your friends because it is really so easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to bring you down. I've already drawn on the head, and we're going to start painting the background of the canvas. So let me bring you down. Okay, so I have mixed up a couple of colors. I mixed up Deco Art Primary Blue and Folk Art Light Blue, and I've just been mixing them together. And I think this is a pretty color. I think I'm going to add a little bit more blue to this, simply because I just think it'll be pretty. And there's a big old goober. Hold on a minute. Get that out of there. Hopefully that's it. No? Well, wouldn't you know, right here at the very beginning we get a goober. There we go. Okay, so I just wanted to add a little bit more blue to that. So I'm just mixing them up together to get the color that I'd like. And I still think I want that a little bit darker, so hang on. I'll make sure you have plenty of paint to do this with. So adding, now you don't have to do yours in blue. Do not have to. I just think it's very pretty. So I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm just kind of outline this. Let's see. Right here. Get that, whatever that is, off of the canvas. And you may have to use your brush. Let me see. I'm going to get a brush. You're going to have a really nice brush in your box. But I'm just going to grab a brush to come around here. And if you get outside of the lines, you know, it's okay. You'll be able to fix it. I usually like to paint with it in my hand, so sometimes it's just a little bit more difficult for me to get this the way I'm wanting it, but it's coming. Okay, back to my sponge. Don't know why I've got something on there. Let me see if I can get that off. Okay, and then we're just going to come over here and get this side. I guess my sponge is acting up. I don't know if it's that or if it was those goobers, but I'm going to get a fresh bottle of paint before I start packing these boxes. that is for sure. So I'm going to take this other brush, and there's one of those. I don't like that. And I want to make sure I've got it nice and smooth. Get another one of those off. Okay, now I'm going to go on and paint. Let me get this. Paint the sides. Make this nice and pretty. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I get the sides nice and good, and of course you want to make sure by all means that you spray your canvas and let it dry so that you have a nice firm canvas. And if you want to paint the sides a different color, you could. In fact, this bird would be stunning with a black background. So just hint there. If you would like to try that, I think you would love it. I've done these with all different colors. And then one more side. Get that out of my way. Okay. Got a slow mo on me. Alright, so I'm going to put it back down. And see, I've got a little excess paint there, so I'm going to smooth that out, and also here. Boy, I got these little things. Don't like that. All right. Now I'm going to dry this. We're going to have a second coat on it. Well, this is True Blue, and we're going to use it instead. And that actually is the color I was trying to get. So, let's just start all over again here. And I think I'll do this side. Yes, that looks fabulous. Fabulous. I always try to make sure I get those little folds. And get this. In fact, sometimes I think it's better to start with your sides than it is to let them be last. Okay. I'm going to take this brush that I was using and I'm going to come around. Making sure you can see, I'm sorry. I painted this bird in a talent show here just last week. Of course, I'm painting this in November. And it was a 24 by 36. It was amazing. Just amazing. I'm just going to finish painting it with this brush. Now you can use any brush you want to paint this with. Get in that little curve. But you're going to see this is probably the easiest one you've ever painted. Okay. So there's our second coat. Alright, so we're going to paint the nose first. And we are using pure orange. And we're using medium yellow. Way too much. Hold on, I don't need all that. And we're also going to need some brown. So let me find the right brown. There it is, I see it. I have dark chocolate. Put out. Just need a little bit. Okay. Rinse off that brush really good. Get that glue out of it. Okay. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to get some paint in those bristles. I'm going to have to turn this sideways right here. And we're going to put glasses on. We're going to come down right here. Get enough paint on your brush. And I'm putting it right up there. Now we're going to come back with some yellow on this. We're also going to have some brown on it, but the first coat is orange. And I'm coming up on the chisel to get that in there. But I just go on and paint the whole thing orange. First. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe my brush. I'm going to come into my yellow. And I'm going to put some yellow in here, right on top of that orange, blending it in. Let me get you really close. There. Blending that in. And you can leave some of that orange showing. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to tip that with the yellow. Made a little boo-boo there. Get that off. Whoops. And just bring in some of the yellow with it. Put a little yellow right in there. But I still want the orange to be there as well. Okay. Let me see if I can get that little spot that I got on there off. what's so great about acrylic paints. There, got it. All right. Now I'm going to come back. I'm going to put some of the chocolate on my brush. I left the yellow on, and I'm going to start up here and just get this line in here. And then I want to just tip his snout. Alright, so I'm wiping my brush, I'm coming back, I'm getting some orange, and I'm going to just smooth this line out with it, giving it like a little shadow. Okay, I'm going to come back over here. Looks like I just need some more orange. And I'm just going to add in a little bit more orange to this. All right. This is Master's Touch Phthalo Blue, and I'm going to use a smaller brush, and I'm going to come in with the Phthalo Blue, and I'm going to, I'm going to come in like this. Okay, now I'm going to come on up with this, up around his eye, but before I do that, I want to pat, 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 and just make this a little, I don't want it like straight lines, I want it to come out like that. And then we're going to come around the eye. Now if you wanted, you could paint your white first. But I'm just doing the wraparound right now. And I'm letting some of this be darker. I don't want it a smooth color. I want it to be darker. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go on and I'm going to put this right here. Just like that. These colors are almost the same, aren't they? I'll probably come back and do a little touch-up on that. Okay. So I'm going to leave that just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put down some white and rinse my brush really good, because we don't want light blue, we want white on this bird. So I'm going to go on and, well, let's dry it a little bit. Hold on, because I will end up with light blue. Okay, so we're just going to rub in some white in here. I don't want it to be smooth. And we want it to come in between his eye. Right there. I'm giving you some nice thick white paint for this, and the thick phthalo blue. And then after that dries, I'll draw that line in right there, and we're going to come right here with white. Turn it this way. Okay, where this line is at right here is going to be another color, but this on the outside here is white. Right to there. Okay, so we've got that much done. Now I need linen. This is by Folk Art, and I'm going to put just a little down. Don't need a whole lot. I'm going to just wipe my brush. I'm not going to wash it, and I'm going to come in and get a little bit of that linen, and I'm going to rub it into the white. So as you see this, you're going to see I go over into that white. Let me just bring that down. So I'm smearing it up into the white, and I'm getting that in here. Let's see if I can turn it this way. Into the white. So I'm just smearing it in here. I'm going to grab a little bit of white on that brush with that in there. And I'm just going to kind of do this. Just blend them in together. So they just marry. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush, get a little bit more white. I'm going to come in here a little bit, right in there. And I'm doing a tap, 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 letting that just blend, blend, blend right through there. I'm going to get a little bit more white because I want this to be white right here. So tap, tap, tap. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so pretty. So we've blended that in, and now I'm going to rinse my brush. And we're going to go back into the blue. And so I'm getting the blue on my brush, and we're going to, watch this, we're going to blend this bird right in with this canvas. This is so cool. So I'm going to just bring it up like this, and I'm ziggling. See me just ziggling, jiggling, whatever you want to call it. I'm just ziggling in there. And I'm ziggling out right into the canvas. I'm going to take a little brush here and just kind of smooth that out a little bit. Now I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to put another coat on there. So in the meantime, we need to do an eye. So while we're waiting on that to dry up enough, we only need a dot for the eye, literally. So little for the eye. And we're also going to give him a beautiful green eye that is just gorgeous. So let me see here. Where's the green? I'm gonna do a metallic. So let me get this green on here. And you're going to want to use your smallest brush to cover this up. So let's let that dry also. So while that's drying, I want to play right here. And get that nice and smooth right in there. And right, get that really good. And then I guess I better dry it to draw that little I'm thinking, let's see, let me put my glue back on my plate. I'm not sure I like that to blend right in, so I'm going to come back and paint over that with the original color that we painted with. And it looks like I need a little touch up right here. So I'm just kind of blending that out. Okay, so I'm going to come back in now with my phthalo blue. And I'm going to, let me turn that this way. And I'm going to pat, pat, pat that back in. Right in there. Because we do want that darker than the outside of some more. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get a nice point on my brush here, a nice point, and I'm just going to come in on the chisel, and I'm just giving him that little thing next to his eye. And then over here, I'm going to get a nice chisel again, and I'm going to come out with one. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a touch of black to this. So I'm just putting a little bit of black into that blue because I want it to show. So I'm going to put it right in my hand. Hold on a minute. Here's one. And then we're going to do another one. Let me turn this way. There we go. And if you want, since you have that black in there, if you want to just kind of tap it, adding another dimension of color right up in here, that would be fabulous. Right like that. And I think I'm going to just add just a touch. just for that. Very good. Okay. Now all we need to do is give him a dot for his eye. And I would suggest either the back of a paintbrush or a skewer. I like to do skewers, so I'm going to just dab, dab, dab into there, and I'm going to do that. So now all we need to do is just kind of do a little trimming and put our name on him. I think that if you have a liner pen, you can use that, because I have given y'all lots of liner pens. So you should have a liner pen that you can use for this. And let's see. I believe all of y'all have a brown one. Yeah, you have a brown one in your box, so I'm just going to just kind of touch in here. I think you got one on your last one. And then you can take either a paintbrush and blend that out, kind of make it smooth so that it just blends right in. And if it doesn't want to blend, touch your finger to your paintbrush and it will. So here's that one. It right here, just a little bit. Want that to be brown. Okay, so another thing that we want to do is I want to take, I have the paint on my brush. I want to wipe it off, but I want to come back and I want to just, what's left on that brush, see this? We're just giving him a little color. There. And you can also, you can touch your brush to water and make it a little bit more precise as well. So you can also take a pencil and you can draw around his eye after that green metallic has dried. If I can get my pencil to draw. Or if you have a brown or a black liner pen, which you should have one, you can use that as well. Okay, the only thing left to do is to put a dot for his eye. There we go. So there is our bird. You can outline it all the way around if you'd like. I'm probably going to outline mine, but I'm going to use a soft gray or a pencil. Let me see what it looks like if I can get the pencil to show here. Yeah. So you can take a pencil like that, or a liner pen, and just come through like that. And there you have it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add glass to the bird and resin. I think he looks gorgeous. What do you think? Do you like him? Yep, I like him. I like him. He's pretty. Okay, so let's get ready for glass. You know, there's one other thing that I want to do. I want to blend this out so that it really fades in there. So let's see what I can come up with. So I've got my tan paint here. And then I'm going to just touch the blue. Touch the water. There we go. Back into that blue a little bit. Get back in my tan a little bit. A little bit more tan. See how pretty that looks? Very good. Very good. I like that. I like that. That is pretty. So there we are. Now we're going to let him dry so that we can put some glass on him and get him ready for resin. Okay, the very first thing that we have to do, let me see if I can straighten this camera. Well, the one thing you don't want to forget to do is sign your work. So there we go. All right. So the most important thing is making sure that your piece of art is level before you put glass and resin on it. So here is my level. Well, first of all, let me put some of these in here to see where we're going to be at. So these little cups that are in your box is your risers. And you want to make sure you've got something underneath to help get that tight. Help keep it firm. So, all right, now let's see where we're at. That's pretty level there. Let's see what happens here. I think we have to come up a little on the bottom. So let me I'm going to put 2 there, and that is level. All right, let's try it this way. And I'm going to put another one on this right-hand side, and we are level. Finally, we are level. Okay, so you will have one of these dome eyes in your box, and so I'm going to put some, just a touch, barely a touch of glue there, and then I'm going to just slide it over on to the eye and press down. And there's his eye. I love, love, love that eye. And then we're going to put some glass right here. So let's put a little outline so that we can stay in our groove. And we can also put some right here. Okay. I was going to give you the blue glass, but honestly, the color shows through so pretty with a clear that I thought you might like it better. I just love blue herons, and I love flamingos, and I would love to know what y'all like, because the next box I would like to be a request from y'all. So if you would do that for me, the next box will be in March. That would be great. I'm trying to keep it all inside that blue. Okay, so I think I can get this one in there. Oop, push that one out. Oh well, we are going to take some glass and we're going to put it around the eye. Let's get some more glass. You have plenty of glass, at least you should. And sometimes I find just a certain one that I think, oh yeah, I got a spot for that. And that's what I just did. Now you do not have to paint your background the same color that I did. Keep that in mind. It is also, I think it would be so stunning in black. So stunning in black. And also a softer blue. So you be the judge of what you think. Because all you have to do is just go on Amazon or Michael's and pick you a color and have it sent to you. Okay, now let's see. I think I'm going to put some right in here. What do you think? I think that might look nice. Let's see. Let me just kind of lay it there and see what I think. I like it without, but I think it'd be pretty with also. I like the way the shading, the way it all blended in. Let me scoop that in right there. And I'm going to scoot this one in here. And this one right there. Okay. So I think that does it. So we're ready for resin. Hey Alexa, set the timer for 3 minutes.
Good afternoon, Cynthia. 3 minutes, starting now.
So let's talk about resin, just in case you're new to this. You have in your box a 1 ounce of hardener and 1 ounce of resin, and you want to put them in this little cup that you received and your stirrer, and you want to stir, scraping the sides and the bottom, but don't go fast. Don't be whipping it. This is the speed you want to go, and just continue to stir it for 3 minutes, nothing less, and really nothing more. So if you'll do that, and then when you put it on, you want to use your ladle, this thing, your stir stick, to put it on with. And don't pour it on. And you want to just, as you'll see me do, just jiggle it on until you have completely covered the top of your canvas. Try not to let it run down the sides if you can keep from it. And if you have your canvas perfectly level, you won't have that problem. So once you've done that, we're going to fire it. And then after that, you want to put a top on it and let it set for 50 minutes before you leave it to cure. I always look at mine for a few minutes before I ever walk out of the room and make sure it's not running. Because if you have runs down the side, it's coming from the other side, and that means that side is going to be thin while the other one is going to pour off your resin onto your protected table. So make sure you have a protected table for this. So I love this bird. I think he's going to be beautiful when we get through with him. I sure hope so. And you want to really watch to make sure you got the bubbles. So when you come back in that 50 minutes, you may have to fire it again. Or just keep a look, just keep an eye out on it for that 50 minutes. Just keep watching it. And if you're in a cold area, you may have to put yours in a water bath before you put it in to here, because you don't want it thick that you can't hardly stir it. So there's our 3-minute timer. So I'm going to bring you back down, and we're going to, Alexa, turn off the timer. Okay, so I just start drizzling, and I always do my glass first, because the resin is going to seep through as well. And I have given you way too much resin for this, but I wanted to make sure you have enough. Now I'm going to come down here and put this on. He's so pretty. And when you get close to this edge, it's going to run anyway, but you just want to be very sparingly with it. And you definitely want to make sure that you don't have any holes where the resin didn't get. So when you get through putting your resin on, you want to bend down, look at it from every angle, because you'll be surprised what you might have missed. And you don't want any holes, because when it dries, you're going to see them. They'll stare at you, and you don't want that. Now that sponge that you use to paint with, I should have told this to you to begin with, wash it out and let it dry. Let it dry before you go to this stage, because you can use it if you want to do your edges, your sides. But if you have it perfectly level, you'll see it's not running. So I'm I'm just making sure I get it all on those edges. Okay. Now, the torch. And that should be it. So, let me turn this light off here, see if you can see better. Where is it? There it is. I don't know, see if that helps. I'm going to try and get that light out. So there it is. It is complete. You want to put a cover over it, but I'm going to go on and take my sponge brush and I'm going to take the leftover resin and I just touch one side and lightly put it on, and be careful. You might even want to hold on to the edge of your canvas because you don't want it to slide out of that perfect position that you have worked so hard to get it in to be perfectly level. And then that is it. So I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have enjoyed painting it with you. I can't wait to see yours on Facebook. I'd like for you to post it on your personal page and tag Unforgettable Glass Act. And that way, not only will I see it, but others that might be thinking about joining the group will see it as well. So y'all have a fabulous day. Merry Christmas.